Hello. I spoke about this topic before. Kwame Brown took it to another level. He's listen. This is gonna be a message to the women out there, because men already know this. We already know this, and then we don't need anybody to tell us this again. I mean, this whole thing with child support, holding the kids hostage, not allowing the dad to see the kids, talking bad about the dad, making the situation as difficult as you can. That's what I want to talk about this evening. And listen, I'm not even in that position. I've never been in that position, thank God. But if I had $1 for every guy, I've had men break down in tears talking about their kids and how the baby mama is treating them, keeping them separated, and not being able to see their own kids. When they do get to see their kids, they gotta, it's like somebody's hovering over their back like a helicopter, or, you might be able to see them over the weekend, or... Let's get into it, man. Like I said, this is for the ladies. Men, y'all already know. And this is for the good men now. This is for you guys too. I'm speaking on y'all because you got some dirtbag guys out there, who don't spend a dime on their kid or time. Either one. I was a kid who had a dad that I got $20. $20, and my mom made me take the whole entire family to McDonald's with that $20. That's all I ever got from this guy. We do have some sort of a relationship nowadays, but when I was growing up as a kid, that's what I got, $20, and I had to share that. As a matter of fact, he showed up at my house. When was that? Monday. Just showed up out of the blue, and I was cordial. I spoke. We had a couple laughs and all that stuff. I'm a grown ass man. I don't hold nothing against nobody. You did what you had to do, and that's it. But for the women out there, I'm not even gonna go into Kwame Brown. The title, I'm gonna have Kwame Brown in the title, but I'm not gonna go into his business. He already told everybody what he had to tell. But for the women out there who are purposely vindictive, who are doing everything in their power to make things difficult between the dad of their child and the child. Talking bad about the dad, he ain't nothing, you're going to be just like him when you grow up. I'm hearing these stories. I've heard these stories on all different levels. I had a guy tell me before he married a German woman, and it's not just black women. He married a German woman. The woman was, she was difficult to the eighth power. He said one day they got into an argument, and this was the straw that broke the camel's back. He said they got into an argument, and the lady called him a nigga and called his daughter a nigga. And he said, okay, after that, I had to get up out of that relationship. I had to go, But the entire time they were separated, all she did was try to drive a wedge between him and his daughter, because his daughter didn't hear the comment, and he didn't tell his daughter to comment. Thank God. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't see. First of all, I'm seeing a lot of men these days taking on the responsibility of being a single parent. I'm seeing that. I see a lot of that. My brother, he's a single parent. Well, he was a single parent. I think he has a fiance now, a girlfriend. But he raised his daughter by himself with the help of his parents. And this is my brother who I met when I was 25 years old. I don't know the situation between him and his the baby mother, but I'm seeing a lot of men like that. I used to work with a guy a couple years ago. He was raising his daughter because his wife was legit, crazy. I don't mean to use that word, but something was not right. And the daughter, I guess when she became a teenager, she realized something wasn't right with mom. I'm going to stay with dad because they separated, so many stories. Like I said, if I had $1 for every story I heard, a horror story about a mom, the baby mama,
10 miles, take exit 68 onto
being the most difficult person she can be, trying everything in her power to keep the dad away from the child. I would have at least $50,000 right now in the bank account just from that alone. I won't say a millionaire, but at least 50,000 right now. And I just sit back and I'm listening to these guys, like scratching my head, like, what the fuck? Are you serious? I had a guy, I used to work with this guy. This guy drove the raggediest car. I'm talking, and nothing against anybody driving a lemon or a raggedy car, but this guy drove the raggediest car, and he was in his doggone late 40s, damn near 50, I think he was, or maybe he was in his mid 40s. Whatever the case, wore the bummiest clothes, always talking about how broke he was, and the nicest guy, one of the nicest guys I ever met. One day this guy come in, and he got a big smile on his face. I'm talking a big smile on his face. And I'll tell you another story after this. I said, man, what's going on? You kind of happy? What's going on? You normally look kind of down and out, But he was nice, but he was always down. He said, he used to call me Kelly, my last name. He said, Kelly, yesterday I made my last child support payment. He said, 18 years. Not only did I pay child support, but I was helping her do this, that, and the other. I was paying a car note because he was a nice guy. He was doing all this stuff for this woman, and I could never figure out why they got separated. And he said, well, she just one day told me she wasn't happy. I said, what? She wasn't happy? I said, yeah, she wasn't happy. And so she started hanging out with her sisters and going out to clubs. The next thing I know, she wanted a divorce. And I couldn't believe it. I'm scratching my head what the So the guy, he paid his last day of child support, and he was a different person after that. He was talking about buying a car. He was going to do this, that, and the other. I was like, wow, that is something. And that story is not unique at all. I had another guy tell me. This guy, he was an older guy, retired first sergeant from the United States Army. And he was in his 60s when we used to talk. He was about 60-something. He come in one day, happy as hell. I said, what's going on? What's going on? You got this big smile on your face. He said, man, the bitch finally died. I said, what? He said, the bitch finally kicked the bucket. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, my ex-wife, I've been paying alimony. He said, I've been paying alimony for 20 years. She finally died. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I could not believe it. So I say all that to say, Kwame Brown, I feel for you, man. I'm so glad. I'm one of the very few who's been married for over 20 years now. It's been hard at times. It's probably been harder than it should have been. But we still hanging together. We still in love. Still go on vacation. Still talk to each other on the phone, And we come from similar backgrounds, and I don't think my wife would do something like that to me if, you know, we did get a divorce. But now, you know, all our kids are grown, except my youngest son, and he'll be out the house in about 3.5 years. So, and we make the same amount of money. So, I mean, but yeah, it's sad, man. It's really sad to think about where marriage is these days. Where marriage and family, where that is right now. It's about money. It's about power. Forget the kids. We don't care about the kids. We don't, you know, the kids. I mean, they come second, third. They don't come first. You know, in this power dynamic. You know, this struggle for material objects, because that's what it boils down to. More money to buy more stuff. Forget the kid. More money to buy more stuff. Stuff that we're probably going to put in storage at some point. Not sell, but put it in storage. Let it rot in storage. And then, instead of getting rid of that, buy more stuff. More storage. Why do you think in the last 20 years, in the last 25 years, storage facilities is now $1 billion industry? $1 billion industry, because people are buying stuff, not using the things, not wanting to sell the things, but putting them in storage.
Take exit 68 onto South Carolina Highway 61 toward Kennedy's.
You know, one thing, and I don't like to talk on. I'm gonna put it in the title and everything so people can watch this video, but I don't like to speak on other people's relationships. You know, and put them out there. But Kwame mentioned that his baby mama had 4 vehicles. 4 vehicles. Now, I do have 4 vehicles in my driveway, but one is a company car, one is my personal truck, one is my daughter's car, and one is my wife's car. So there's a reason we have 4. But yeah, I know what he means. I know, you know, some people, I think I said this before, you know, you got somebody living in a $20,000 house driving a $50,000 vehicle. Huh? Well, your car is worth more than your house? I don't get
Use
it.
the right lane to take exit 68 onto South Carolina Highway 61 toward Kennedy's.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't think they get it. These people that buy these things and the women who it's all about money, 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 but not saving a damn thing, not investing anything. You say
Take
investment,
the
they
exit,
start
then
sneezing.
turn right onto Augusta Highway
Allergic.
toward Kennedy's.
You say 401k, oh, what's that? Oh, Roth? IRA? What's that? I don't know what.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
It's amazing to me, man. It's really amazing to me how a
At the
person
stop sign,
can use
the
their
right lane
child
to turn right.
as a paycheck. And now it's normal. It's normal.
Turn right.
If you hear a story about
20 miles, continue straight.
if you hear a story about this Instagram model, I'll just throw an example out there. I'm not gonna throw a real example out there, but I'll throw an example out there. Instagram model gets pregnant by this famous rapper, and it makes the news. It makes TMZ or whatever. Every hood rat, every chicken head, whatever you want to call them, is rooting for that Instagram model because they know she just came up. Not because she's in a relationship with this guy or whatever. Not because, she's a decent person. You see her Instagram posts and she's posting, nice, classy pictures or whatever. None of that. No. She's pregnant by this guy. Now she's gonna be rich. That's the norm these days. That is the norm. Tell me that's not the norm. Tell me you don't have women out there doing that. Please, somebody. I'm not lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. This is the norm. To get pregnant by some NBA player, some NFL player, some rapper, some actor. The family is on the back burner. That's way back there. Raising this kid with his dad, that's way back there. Never mind the dad. We don't need that. We need his check. We need his money. Oh man, it's so frustrating. It's really, really frustrating thinking about stuff like this. And I'm sitting there listening to Kwame, and I'm like, man, oh my God, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine that, man, because I try to see the best in people. But my wife told me a long time ago, she said, we were young, we got married young. She said, not everybody's good. Because, like I said, I'm an optimist. I try to see the best in people, and my wife is more of a pessimist. She's gotten better over time. She can see the good in people now. But when we first got together, she kind of like was real, staying back from people. Because people are, especially, I hate to say it, but these days people are, not the best. Just not the best people out there these days. They're just not out there. Yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to speak on right now. I hadn't even seen the whole video. I gotta see that. I just seen the first maybe 10 minutes, and I guess police came to his house, and these days Kwame's on alert, kind of like, because you got people hating on him, so he went out there with that thing, trying to see who it was, thinking he may have to protect himself and his family because he got his kids there. It turned out to be the police. That could have really gotten ugly. Black men getting shot every damn day by the police. What would have happened if that police would have seen him with a weapon? There would have been a reaction. I don't even want to think about that. I don't want to think about it. Yeah, that's another reason why I'm glad Kwame is doing what he's doing. He's putting the word out. He's putting that word out, putting people on alert. Really, it's like this. I don't want to say that, but it's this thing that we've gotten away from, and it's so many things we've gotten away from. Humanity is one of them. Integrity, that's another one. Loyalty. These things used to mean something. Nowadays, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean anything. How can you, you have a child with somebody, and as far as I know, his son is in his early 20s. What are you talking about? I don't get that. But you got some scandalous people out there, man. You got some scandalous people out there. I've come to find in my 44 years, you got some people out there, people that people that you grew up with, just scandalous. And you gotta separate yourself from them people. I had to do it. I had to separate myself from people that I came to realize that they didn't have my best interest at heart. When I came to realize these people were not good people and they did not see me as, and it's not a lot. For the majority of my family and friends, the majority of my family and friends are good people. It's just a few. I had a good friend of mine. We were friends since early 2000, and he was showing me signs, early on. I told my brothers about him. I took this guy to my grandmother's house. And I don't take anybody to go see my grandma. My grandma is 90 years old. She's sacred. That's my queen. I don't take anybody to go see my grandmother. I took this guy to go see my grandmother. Took him around my brothers. We used to be drunk, had some beer, hang out, play some music, watch some YouTube, all these things. And the whole time I'm watching them like, okay, all right. The first message I get early 2000. Matter of fact, it was a couple minutes after 2021. The first message I get on Facebook, seconds after 2021 came in, was something very messed up from him. Very messed up. A huge insult from him. And that wasn't the first time he'd done something like that. So I'm getting a little bit off subject, but after that I said, you know what? All right, we cool. You go your way, I go mine. And that's the way you should be, if you can do that. And I think Kwame was trying to do that, and he's still trying to do that. But some people are very relentless with their efforts. Some people don't know how to take no for an answer. I just, I call people like that, what do you call them, parasites. That's a parasite. Somebody who's trying to live off of you. And sometimes it's not just money. Sometimes people just like to come around you because you're a positive person. They like to draw off of that energy. They give you negative energy in exchange for positive energy. So when they leave, you feeling down, dragged, and they're leaving jipper and happy. Get away from them people. Run fast. Those people are not good. They're not good. If you notice, like I said, it's not always money. They'll come around and zap your energy. They'll come around and see you with something that they want and put in their mind that you're not worthy of it, and go back and gossip, talk bad about you. Those are not the people you want to hang around. And all you got to do is watch them a little bit. If you get it in your head that, okay, I think now, I'm starting to see now that this person here is always saying something negative about this, that, and the other. When I'm trying to put my goals and aspirations out there and tell them about what I'm trying to do, they always got something slick to say. They always trying to shoot it down. Those are the people you need to get away from. Get away fast. Because they'll tell you exactly who they are. Now, that's one thing they can't do. Some of them can do it. Some of them can keep it a secret. But the majority of them, they will tell you exactly who they are. Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people that you can trust.
In 10 miles, turn left onto Jiffins Road.
If you can't trust them, as far as you can throw them, get away from them. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. But yeah, it's a long list of so many men. Over the years, I've heard so many stories. I could write a book. I could write a book about all the stories I've heard with men talking about women, trying to keep them away from their children, trying to get more child support, trying to put them in jail, trying to get them beat up, you know. And you would think that, okay, they're doing this because the man has done them some real harm or some kind of bad, you know. That's not always the case. A lot of times it's really good guys. A lot of times it's really good guys as far as I can tell. Now, they may be the worst person in the world behind the scenes, but when I get to work with somebody, you really get to know people when you get to work right next to them. And from what I can see, a lot of these guys, you know, I don't want, this one guy in particular, man, he's a real good friend of mine. I'm not even going to bring his situation up, but this guy will give you the shirt off of his back. And he told me something similar to another guy. He said, she just said she wasn't happy. She wasn't happy. I was like, what? Was she ever happy? You know? When you accepted that ring and that marriage proposal and the wedding and the kids and all that, were you happy then? And then on the other side of that, these same women who wasn't happy leave and go try to find happiness with somebody else. These same women come back to that man either years later, maybe months later, trying to explain, you know, I guess they're trying to come back and say that, you know, things didn't work out on the other end. And I'm hearing these stories like, oh, you gotta be joking. She came back, right? So 2 years later, she was back saying she wanted to get married again? What? I don't know what. And the guy's like, yeah, but I've moved on. I'm glad it had. The guy's like, I'm glad it happened because, you know, I was tired of trying to keep her happy and trying to do all these things. Now I found somebody I don't have to do that with. Man, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy. I don't know. I'm not here to bash any woman, you know, because I know it's good moms out there, good wives out there. I know it's good women out there who know how to keep a relationship together, and you know, they're not about the drama and materialistic things and all that. I know it's women out there, but I don't think you women know how many men are really suffering because of those women who are not good women, who are about all the materialistic things and don't care about the feelings of the kids. And there's a lot of men out there suffering, man. Suffering in some serious pain. Oh yeah. And I know there's a lot of men out there who are not doing their jobs. There's a lot of men out there who don't deserve to see their kids because they're not good dads. I know that too. But the numbers outweigh, you know, they don't balance out. They don't balance out. I don't think they balance out at all. You know. As a man, this is coming from a man who's heard so many horror stories, it's not even funny. You know. Yeah, so I'm almost home. I'm gonna watch some more of this video and put this on YouTube. You guys have a great day, a blessed day. I have been traveling all week long. I've gone all the way up to the very top of South Carolina, all the way to the very bottom. I was in Hilton Head today. Yesterday I was in North Greenville, Travelers Rest. So I've been moving. We got hit with a hurricane last night. I gotta go home and check my garden out real good. I didn't get a chance to really look at it this morning, but it looks like it's still growing pretty good. I'm gonna have some corn here pretty soon. A few ears of corn. My watermelons are looking good. And if you guys hadn't seen my garden video yet, I got 2 of them on my page. Go ahead and check it out. And if you like the content, go Go ahead, like, subscribe, share. If you are a reader, go ahead and check out my books. Go to my website. I'll put it in the description, as well as mention it right now. The website is writethisway.com. That's WRITEDISWAY.com. That's writethisway.com. You can hit me up on Facebook at Write This Way, Twitter at Write This Way, Instagram at Write This Way. Everything. See, I got a message here. Let's see. And still loving all the support, all the new subscribers. Appreciate all the love. You guys be blessed. I'm about to go make this left and take it on back into the house there. Till next time.